Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Why? Oh.
All right. Oh, are we live? Yes. No, people are coming. Yep. Oh God! And now my internet's decided. Let's not do this now. We've just got everything sorted. Please don't do this to me. There we go.
I'm gonna
Okay,
send
no,
my
we're
roommate onto the stream. Oh my God, is it working?
good.
Do I need to have Tawny tested?
Why
Yeah, we are all
isn't-
good. We are live. People are here. Oh
Who's-
my God, there are loads of people here. Hi, everyone. Robert, let's go.
Hi, everyone. I'm trying to turn on my camera. That's the part that's not working now. I'm so sorry. Just give me 2 seconds.
As you can tell, everyone, we've had some problems.
We've had several technical problems. We're sorry for everyone. You just have to enjoy this without my face for a little bit, unless no.
Robert, if you don't want to risk it, I can technically put your face up on StreamYard.
This
If
is
you do-
true. And I can
yeah,
just put
we're
myself
just gonna
up
have-
there.
There's just going to be two of me, everyone.
And
So
two-
enjoy the double Fran.
2 of me and 2 of Fran. It's a weird cluster that we've just gone through setting this up, but it's okay. It's all fine. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second annual Riotverse podcast fundraise live stream. Anyone who was here last year, welcome back. Anyone who's here this year, welcome. We hope you have a good time with us. We are here in support. I'm your host. I'm not the host. I'm the moderator, so to speak. I'm Robert, aka the Damien Page. Hello, everyone. And more Fran is better. Yes, Kit, you are correct. So before I go ahead and introduce everyone here, I am going to quickly just go through why we're here and why we've gathered here today, what we're supporting. We're supporting two organizations today. The first is the Red Nation, which is a coalition of natives and allies who are working towards the liberation and resistance of indigenous people against colonial powers. This looks like seeking reparations for indigenous lives and land, as well as working to deconstruct colonial powers. The other organization we're in support of today is the National Network of Abortions, which is a network that allows folks to help provide safe abortion access and care to people in need in their communities. The network ensures people with uteruses needing abortions can access them no matter where they live or their financial situation by strengthening communities. Now, throughout our little show today, if you would like, we all have links in our bios where you can go to donate to either organization, however much you can. We're not asking you to donate your house, for example. If you do donate and you would like to give us and you would like us to give you a little shout out, by all means, please post it in the chat once you've made a donation. We'll be more than happy to say hi to you and give you a little shout out. People can still hear me, correct? Okay, good. I as long as I don't touch my computer, we'll be fine. Today, we are going to be watching Thor, Love and Thunder for our little live stream party, so to say. And we have a lot of people here. Oh, God. We have a lot of people here who are going to watch Thor, Love and Thunder. So first I'm just going to go through how it is on my screen. I don't know how it is on the stream. We have Meg from the Monstrous Woman podcast.
Hi, everybody.
We have Lachlan from the We Accidentally Vaporize Our podcast.
Hi.
We have Owen from Through the Mist podcast.
What up?
We have Brayden and Neve from the Return to Camp Half-Blood podcast.
Hello.
We have...
Hi, everyone.
I'm sorry. We have Erica from Seaweed Brain podcast.
Carter has COVID. Hello, everybody.
That's not good news.
Same as last year. Literally exactly the same dates as last year. Also wasn't here last year.
Was it also for COVID or was it just for a different...
It was also because they had COVID.
Darn.
Annual
COVID. I can't wait for December 21st next year to be like, Carver got COVID again. Carter. We have Karen from Prophecy Radio podcast.
Hi, everyone.
We have Fran, who is of the Best Damn Camp and also is author of Home to the Wild, a fantastic book. In fact, I'm just going to quickly pull out my copy. Hello, hi.
Oh my god.
I must.
We can't see you, Robert, but we trust that you're holding Fran's book.
It's important that you buy this book, but that's not the purpose of this live stream. We have Darian and DJ from the Muses of Mythology podcast.
Hey,
Hello,
everyone.
hello. Also, because I have to do this, I'm so sorry. We also have the original Mighty Thor Jane Foster Pop, and then the one from the movie Jane Foster Mighty
Ooh.
Thor Pop.
Wonderful.
Nerd.
They
wonderful.
have about joined us today. Yes.
We have Charlie from the Of the Eldest Gods podcast.
What's up?
We have Mike Schubert from the Newest Olympian podcast.
Oh,
I believe Mike might be having some technical difficulties, so we'll just move on. And also, last minute, I did not see if she was here, Quinn Albert, who is also from the Monstrous Women podcast.
I made it. Hello.
You made it.
alive.
Hello. So now that we're all introduced and that we're all here, hello, everyone. Welcome to the second annual Universe podcasting live stream. It's so weird that this is the second one, isn't it?
It's the third technically
Time
because we did one in
flies.
summer.
Second annual, Fran.
Oh, okay. Shut up.
So in a couple of minutes, we're gonna start up the group watch. There's like 2 or 3 different group watches for everyone here in this group call for us to watch Thor: Love and Thunder. If you would like to watch along with us, we'll more or less just say start, and from there you'll more or less be able to start at the same point as we do. And hopefully we get a very nice experience, some nice jokes, and we're able to make some money for 2 very good organizations.
Yes. Just because Erica has reminded me, unfortunately, I will not be able to do a timer alongside because my laptop is just about holding on, having Zoom and StreamYard. So I also am not even going to be able to watch the film. So
Fran, just watch it on your
So-
phone.
my phone
Fran
isn't
has the
working.
screenplay in front of her, and she'll be paging through.
We're just gonna narrate the entire movie for Fran.
Plot
This is
twist,
what it'll
everyone.
be
It's
like
actually
for
a table
people.
read starring all of us.
We're actually reading the movie. I
am
call
not
Christian
opposed.
Bale.
I called Natalie Portman.
I want to be Darcy.
I'll be Mr. Brown.
Perfect casting.
God damn it,
Perfect
DJ.
casting.
What we can do is I have the live open on my phone, and so I'll intermittently throw timestamps out there in case anyone is joining us or wants to double check that they're in the right place.
So excited for
Yes.
the comments.
Thank you,
right
Erica.
now.
Much appreciated.
What about the Half-Blood
I
Report?
am sorry that I causing all the problems, everyone.
Half-Blood Report was
Fran,
supposed
don't
to
you
be
dare.
part of
You
the
wrote a
live
book.
stream.
Stop it.
They may be either
All right,
late
I'm ready if y'all are ready.
or unable to come, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Let's go.
But it'd be how it'd be. All right, everyone, start up your Disney Plus in 3, 2, 1.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
I unfortunately will not be able to play it on my computer, so that's not heard. I legally stream this movie, please and thank you. Legal with an LE.
As opposed to an LIE or an LEE. How else do you spell legal?
Yes. All right. For the most part, I also need to keep my mic on for the live stream, so you'll also hear me. I'm trying to keep the movie as quiet as possible so that you guys can't hear it. Sorry, I don't provide a free show.
Was anyone else as not prepared for this intro as I was? Like, it hit really hard where I was not expecting for a Marvel movie.
Sad vibes. Sad vibes.
It's gonna be so.
What happened again? Is it the dad and the daughter, isn't it?
Yes, fine. Yes,
Yep.
exactly.
Okay.
Fran,
a
how is your
while.
phone not working of all things?
Because I was dumb and forgot to charge it because I was seeing my nanny.
Oh, Fran, just charge your phone. I don't
I
know.
can't because it's also having to charge other stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
Kid's not dead yet.
that's true. I'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens.
I literally wasn't fast enough and I didn't click on one of the stream parties. So can someone give me a timestamp? I failed at my job.
we are roughly right now.
Actually did
for
the
anyone-
same thing.
Anyone who's watching along,
I'm
we're
in one,
just at
but it says
about.
the host has not started. Not to put you on blast, Owen, but it says you're the host.
All right, I'm just gonna pause just so we can all try and get a level
Count
of.
it.
So we were all just sitting here
Also,
pretending like
Eric,
we
it
were
says Eric
watching
is
it.
in mine, so
I
this is great.
was.
So many technical
I was
difficulties.
a minute and 52 seconds.
Anyone in Robert's
in,
group
so
had
I
it
feel
fine,
ahead of the
so-
game.
Yeah, because Robert's group is the best group.
I think it's that both groups are full, and so now it's just going to be stagnant for anybody else who tries to join.
Yeah.
Here,
on my TV by myself.
I might be able to make another group.
Perfect.
Where are we putting these groups?
It
I
was
can
in the
share
theater,
it.
like I don't know how to describe that face, but it's the one where it's just the two eyes and like the lips. And like, yeah, no, definitely. This was a weird start of a movie.
Well, but what's your timestamp?
My timestamp is at 1 minute 49 for you and for everyone else in the live.
Something keeps going wrong with my group watch, so it's not letting me do it.
Oh no.
I'm at 149, so I'm ready to hit play whenever you say so, Robert.
I'm like a minute ahead of you.
Minute ahead of us. Wow. Charlie's mean, as usual. Are we ready? Everyone's at about 1 minute 49. Thumbs up if yes.
Mhm.
Okay, let's. Brayden, what's the problem?
I'm at exactly 2 minutes
I
now.
will figure it out. I will catch up at some point.
Ooh, exactly 2 minutes is sad.
Okay, I'm gonna give us a countdown. Ready? 3, 2, 1, play.
Playing.
All right, now I will assume my timestamp job. I remember watching this part and being like, oh my God, Dune. It's so Dune. Every time I see sand now, I'm like, Dune, slay.
Every time I see sand, I just think about how much Anakin
hate
hates
sand.
sand.
It's
Ralph,
coarse.
it's
and
coarse and it gets everywhere.
Thank you very much.
One of Taylor Swift's new songs has a line where she says, "The sand hurts my feelings," and all I can think about is Anakin with that line every single time.
How many of us have seen the movie beforehand? I assume a good chunk of us, if not all of us. Raise your hand if you've seen the movie before. So this is Mike's first time, and this is Meg's first time.
Me and Mike are kindred spirits here.
Oh,
Let's
and DJ,
go.
didn't
I
see
was saving
DJ.
it for this very moment. I knew one day I would get an email.
Wait, Mike, are you not a Marvel person?
I am. I just
Watch your words carefully.
Not okay. I like them. I don't argue with people on Twitter about them.
That's super smart.
For anyone who
And I've been traveling for the past 2 months, so movie watching has not been high.
Yeah, I feel that. For anyone who
I feel like this is a good plane movie.
For anyone who is trying to keep up with us, Christian Bale is currently chilling in my little. He's eating some fruit. That's what he's doing.
Also, I was going to
accidentally
watch
saw
this
this
on the
one
plane,
opening
Erica,
day.
and then I got the email. So I was like literally the day before one of my flights, I was like, oh, I'll download it to my phone and watch it on the plane. And then Erica was like, hey, you want to watch it with a bunch of cool people? I was like, on board, let's go. Not watching this.
So then you watched Mamma Mia 2 instead, and every other movie that's on a plane right now.
I'm just waiting for Mama 3 to come out. So yeah.
Not the Mama 3.
I would love to know what Christian Bale, his like standards for roles that he takes are, like what the process is for what cuts it, because his acting career is absolutely wild.
I don't know what you're talking about. He kills it in every single role he does.
It's paycheck.
But the diversity from Newsies to, I don't know, what's another Christian Bale? Reign of Fire. That's a wild Christian Bale movie.
He's the voice of Hal in Howl's Moving Castle.
He's Batman.
Yes.
American
is
Psycho.
Someone's made just a really funny point in the chat. When Love and Thunder Zeus is more accurate to Percy Jackson than the Peter Johnson movie.
One of our rules today is to talk as little about Percy Jackson as possible.
Well, it's not my fault. They said it. I am respecting the people.
If anyone
Yeah.
doesn't know why, it's because Mike's career hinges on not knowing what happens in the Percy Jackson books.
Mike is
I,
currently, if I recall, on Battle the Labyrinth right now.
yeah, so I'm reading wise ahead of where the podcast is. So I'm at like chapter.
Gasp! You're
9
ahead
of book 4.
where you're ahead of where the podcast is.
Podcasts take time to make. It's
Oh
almost like
boy, you don't have to tell me that.
I don't.
He's got to
yeah.
do research. Come on.
So I'm like on chapter 9 of book 4. Yeah.
Can you spell labyrinth yet?
I can, because someone early on, I said like, I have no idea how to do it. And they were like, oh, just say to yourself, why is there a Y in it? And then that's how you know it goes Y and then I.
Yeah. For those who need a quick catch up, oh geez, there's a lot of stuff. Christian Bale is now getting a like black sword, and he's now being propositioned to kill all the gods.
I love all the whispering in this movie.
If I had a nickel every time a gray character was tasked with killing a bunch of gods, I would have 2 nickels, which is weird that it happened twice.
You have to
Which
do the
or
voice.
the
Robert.
other?
Fine, hold on. You know, if I had a nickel every time a gray character was tasked with killing the gods, I'd have 2 nickels, which is not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Thank you so much.
That was
Beautiful.
amazing.
I feel like I missed something important.
So what you have missed is Christian Bale
I've seen
is-
the movie.
is sad. Okay, so then what are you missing, Charlie? Why your brain no work?
Oh, somebody said something.
We're at the title sequence.
Yeah, it's so
Was
long.
anyone else hurt when they changed it from the classic title sequence to this new one? Breaks my
Yes,
I was just
I don't really
say that.
like it.
I only like the 2 versions that are in memory of Stan Lee and Chadwick Boseman. Everything else I don't really care about.
Kamal is in it now, so I like all of them.
Oh, yeah, true.
electric guitar version. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for those.
It's a good fanfare. Whoever came up with this fanfare did a good job.
I just, since they've started the shows, I used to get so excited every time they played the intro, and now it's just like so normal, like to watch it every week, that it's kind of sad. It's like less exciting than it used to be.
Yeah, it was more hype in the theater when it wasn't all the time. And now it's just like, now the length of it feels really long. It's like, all right, I know I clicked Marvel. Can
Okay,
we just
I just wanted to say it before I forget about it. Baby Thor's little hammer. Did anyone see that?
It was very cute.
When
So
he's
good.
in his mom's like whatever laugh going into battle, he has a little baby hammer. Smaller than this one.
Guys, I'll break my silence. I'll say it. Natalie Portman is very pretty.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Clap, 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 clap.
Yeah,
Stunning.
that's a given.
We were all very surprised that you thought that, Erica.
I just have to be honest. I'm trying to live truthfully.
Yeah. And here's what you missed on Thor. A bunch of his friends and family died.
Previously on Thor.
How do we feel about. I'm pretty sure everyone has their opinion on Fat Thor from Endgame. How do we feel that he just gets fit again in one montage?
I mean,
It was gonna happen.
yeah. I'm also kind of glad that
Just can't take it off in one day.
Yeah. The additional fact of like if they did like a full part of him showing him getting fit again, the movie's already long enough. I don't think we need a whole section dedicated to that. Just make him happy again.
Didn't he keep the dad bod though, based on things later? I don't want to spoil, actually. I'm sorry.
As a Loki fan, making fun that he died a lot is a highlight for me. So yeah, Loki is like Schrodinger's cat. He's currently dead and also alive.
Loki gave me an entire mental breakdown watching that, like watching himself die. Really sent me for a while.
All right, the Asgardians of the galaxy.
Yeah, that was a thing. Oh boy, you gotta love. Hey, that's the guy who's gonna voice Mario in a few months. Woo!
No, I'm very excited for that.
So am I. Voice aside, it looks like it's going to be a good movie.
He's got a Boston accent. He's gonna crush it.
We just have to focus on Jack Black being Bowser and ignore everything else. And
Yes.
that's
I don't know what
all.
you're talking
It's a
about. Charlie
vessel for
Day
Jack
as
Black.
Luigi is pretty killer.
That's
too.
it's honestly the whole cast except for Chris Pratt is like totally good. So
I need to hear. I desperately need to hear. Oh God, what's his name? The actor for Donkey Kong.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen. I need to hear that voice come out of Donkey Kong, even though it's probably not. He's just probably going to make monkey noises. I'm fine with that too. I just want to say something.
What's happening in the movie? Because my phone's still not
So-
working.
The
Thor,
sacred temple is being left unguarded.
yeah, Thor and the Guardians of the Galaxy are defending a temple.
Oh, that scene.
Yeah, that scene.
That
I
was
don't
funny.
Like, it's relatively the same CGI, but I don't like how Korg looks in this movie. He looks a little bit off.
He doesn't look as rocky as a rock should.
Why
Does that
did you
make
have
any
to say
sense?
this? I'm not gonna have to really focus on.
Oh,
The
sorry. Aaron.
vest, though. The vest.
The soundtrack for this movie, I thought, fully hit. The choices that were made were brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
That is my
Perfect.
mom's number one compliment. Anytime we watch a Marvel movie, she's like, "Oh, I really like the music." I'm like, "Yeah, mom. A lot of these songs were like really popular when you were my age."
I think I've worked out what's weird about Korg. He looks like he's made out of polystyrene or foam. He looks very foamy and not very crunchy. That's why.
Crunchy.
Out of crunch.
Did they do any kind of practical for him? Do you know? Does anyone know?
I don't know
doubt
what for
it.
him.
Like practical effects? Like, was it actually made out of foam?
I think it was all. I think it was a suit, wasn't it? He was just in all green.
I would think he was just in the green suit. Yeah. That would...
The Taika Waititi-fication of the Thor movies.
I think he Taika Waititi'd a bit too hard, but like I still enjoy it.
I think the Taika Waititi-fication is directly translates to the Yossification also of the Thor movies.
Yes, but he didn't yas hard enough.
Thor is yossing so hard right now. He's in a full middle split.
I
Just
love
so
it.
you know, Fran.
A full middle split yelling. It's funny. I forget, is
great.
Thor like immune to lasers, or is he just like dodging those out of fun?
I thought Darian will know. Oh, DJ.
What do I know? I'm sorry, I haven't been paying attention at all.
Is Thor impervious to lasers?
No, he's just strong.
I probably
He's carved
depends
out of
on the
marble.
later. Also, who's writing the book?
Valid.
This
valid.
Thor's just got thick skin. That's what I'm going to go with.
A little
Thick
bit.
skin.
Yeah. I'm also
Muscles.
I don't know if they got not lazy, but if they got like less, if they put less effort into Dave Bautista's makeup too.
I love the temple collapsing. Sorry. That just interrupted my train of thought completely. And I just love.
All right, we have a question from Rachel in the chat. Do we think Taika will be in the Percy Jackson Disney Plus show?
So Seaweed Brain's fan cast was always as Hermes, R.I.P. But I think he has to show up. I feel like he has kids and he's like one of those actors. Like a lot of the adult actors in the PGO show right now are like young parents who like want to participate in this for their kids. Anyway, what are you gonna say, Mike?
I don't know. I guess I don't know exactly. I guess Marvel would be close enough to Disney where it could make sense that he kind of gets zhuzhed in there, but
Zhuzhed.
I'm not sure. That would be fun. I agree that he could be a very good Hermes.
Guys,
But
after the
alas.
Lin-Manuel Miranda cast, anything's possible.
Now, Disney
Literally
is
anything
throwing
can happen at this point.
Disney is throwing like Disney money at this show. I'm not exactly happy that Lin-Manuel Miranda is going to be in the show. I'm just happy that Disney's like, you know what, we'll drop whatever he's worth to get him in there.
You know who I think Taika should play? He should play what's his name? Oh, dyslexic brain. Why?
Careful with
the
spoilers,
Cyclops
friend.
in Sea of Monsters.
Oh, what's his face?
Cyclops,
Polyphemus?
Polyphemus, I think.
Yeah.
Nice job, DJ.
Or whatever his name is. The nobody guy, Cyclops. Have him be
Polyphemus.
him. Just voice him. That'd be hilarious.
That would be hilarious. He'd be really good at that.
When you started saying Polly, I thought you were gonna say Polycrusties, and they better not cut that part out.
Hey, Kat Dennings. We have a question.
Cut that out.
We have a question
Yeah.
from the chat. I'm just going to ask everyone in order. Who would you cast as Zeus or Poseidon? Megs, you go first.
Oh my God, John David Washington for either. That's just the first thing I thought of.
Yes. All right, Lachlan, what about you?
I honestly have no idea. All I can think about is Sean Bean from my childhood, but obviously that's not happening again.
Rip. Owen.
I don't know actors.
Fair enough. I'm desperately trying to come up with an actor's name in my brain, and I cannot. Brayden and or Neve.
I actually feel strongly about this. I think Patrick Dempsey as either of them.
Yes, we talked about this. Yeah, I agree. I forgot.
They
Yeah.
just pick a different Grey's Anatomy actor.
By the way, while we're talking about Percy Jackson casting, unfortunately, we're at the sad part of the movie where Jane is like, I have cancer and I'm going for chemotherapy. So,
Sad
timing.
times.
Sad times. Erica, who would you like to cast for Zeus and or Poseidon?
I think that Seaweed Brain listeners know who I would like to play Poseidon, and it's Jason Momoa. And I thought that I should let go of that pipe dream a long time ago. And then they said Lin-Manuel Miranda is playing Hermes. And I said Jason Momoa can play Poseidon. I know it's not going to happen. I'll still hold on to it. And Zeus can be played by any scary, older Caucasian male actor. And I will be satisfied.
All right. Karen, what about you?
Can you believe that I cannot think of a single actor's name right now? Because I can't. I wish Kristen were here. I hope she's listening. She's probably yelling at me right now because we did like 5 different people for each of those gods, and I cannot think of a single one.
We've reached the scene, Valkyrie promoting Old Spice.
I have to break my silence once again. Tessa Thompson is so pretty.
Absolutely. So here's the thing I don't like is that they have an ice cream shop called the Infinity Cones. That that was a very traumatic event that happened in this universe. I don't think they should be making an ice cream store for it. That's always the funny part. Fran, who would you cast?
What
for Zeus
timestamp
Poseidon?
are we on? My phone started
We-
buffering for a very long
We
time.
are at 141:22. To planet
Left in
Asgard.
the movie.
Erica, what do you think about this super good Shakespearean acting?
This is also my favorite part of the movie, aside from the opening montage. This absolutely wrecked me. Melissa McCarthy about to come out.
Spoiler alert.
I'll get to asking more people in a second. I do like this scene too.
I will describe the scene for the other people who cannot watch the movie like me. We have a generic white blonde actor playing Thor. We have
Fran, do you know who that
another.
is?
I wanted to say Matt Damon, but then I wasn't too sure, so I just said generic white blonde actor. Was it Matt Damon?
Damon's got Loki.
It is Matt Damon.
Mm-hmm.
Or no,
Matt
wait,
Damon's
is
playing
it
Loki.
Matt Damon is
No,
Loki.
yeah, Matt Damon's Loki, and then Thor's
Isn't-
brother.
isn't- Thor's the other Hemsworth brother, right?
Yeah. What's his name? Is
Oh,
it Luke?
Liam.
No, not Liam, the other one.
Oh, the third Hemsworth.
The third.
The
Luke?
third
I want to say his name is Luke.
Luke.
Luke Hemsworth.
Oh, wow.
The Frankie Jonas of the Hemsworth brothers. Oh my god.
I apologize
The bonus Jonas.
to white men for getting you confused. But then, so they are acting a scene, and then Melissa McCarthy comes out in all her glory as hell, and then the special effects are like chef's kiss for their acting.
I mean,
And then someone dies.
It's wonderful. Yes. Stage Odin dies.
That's it.
Speaking of Fran, speaking of white men, who would you like to cast for Zeus or Poseidon?
So because the writers and producers and stuff for the show were connected to Black Sails, which is an amazing show, by the way. Not much the first season, but like it's still good. I would cast Tom Hopper, who most people will know from Umbrella Academy as number 1 or 2, the big fella. I would cast him.
Oh, I call
number
him
one,
Monkey
thank you.
Boy.
Monkey Boy.
Umbrella
He's,
Academy.
he's number 1.
He's number 1. Thank you.
It was his hat, Mr. Krabs. He was number 1.
But I would cast him as Zeus.
Oh dear lord.
And then I would cast Toby
Oh.
Stevens as Poseidon.
Hey, everyone,
Was
remember
it Toby Stevens' cast?
remember when the yelling goat meme
I
was
think
funny?
he was suspected, but I don't think he's been officially cast.
Yeah.
No, Robert, it was never funny.
It was never funny. That's the joke. Muses.
I do have to
or
say,
Erica, what's up?
oh, I was gonna say this was one of the parts of the movie where I was like, wait, I love this movie because of the fact that they included the screaming goats from Norse mythology.
Yeah.
I just felt like, you know, hashtag Magnus Chase. We were reading at the time that this movie came out, and so I was just like, oh my god, that's just a factor of mythology. It's all right. But I was really excited that they incorporated such specific elements from Thor lore.
As a side note, going
Same.
off of that, I read a story that he was trying to figure out what sound they should make. And then someone, maybe his kids or some other young person, showed him the Taylor Swift meme where she's singing Trouble and then the goats start screaming. And then he was like, that's it. That's the sound. And once again, that's now the second time I brought Taylor Swift tonight. Expect more in due time. Thank you for coming.
In the chat, we have somebody who's saying, in case y'all are unaware, Toby Stephen's mother is Maggie Smith.
I'm sorry. What?
I
What?
did not know that.
This
Puzzle.
is news.
We were unaware.
We were
Like,
all very
literally-
unaware.
I don't know what to do.
I- I'd also like to take this moment to formally change my answer about the question to Tessa Thompson in a suit to play Zeus. just because I think she should continue taking roles where she wears suits. Thank you.
Yes.
Absolutely. Muses.
I don't think it'd be appropriate for her to be that kind of a dick.
Dude, you language.
That mean. That mean.
Remember, don't be like Zeus.
Good.
Anyway, speaking of muses,
According to Wikipedia, that fact is correct, but it's Wikipedia. You can change that.
I'm gonna edit a Wikipedia article right now, live on stream. No, I'm not. Muses, who would you like to cast for Zeus and or Poseidon?
Nobody. I think they should just be really, really bold, and they just never appear.
Now, personally,
That would be wild.
We don't have an answer. Pass.
I don't have an answer.
Hard pass.
Give me more time. I'll
I
have
will
an answer soon, but give me more time.
I will continue asking in a second, but we're about to get the scene where Crim Hemsworth stares passionately into Chris Pratt's eyes and has to like actually look past him. And I live for this scene. Well, we do have time to get there. Charlie, who would you like to cast for Zeus and or Poseidon?
I don't have a serious casting, but it would be funny if Jimmy Buffett played Poseidon. To me, personally,
That would be perfect.
Not the Jimmy.
But he's way too old at this point, so like a younger Jimmy Buffett.
He probably
when he
has
played
a
it-
son.
Like when he was in Hoot, like maybe younger.
Ooh, a good
Not
Hoot callback.
So either way,
Absolutely.
Margaritaville should be incorporated in the soundtrack at some point.
Absolutely.
Who was literally the original Percy Jackson trio? I was just looking at my old Facebook and I saw a post from like 2013 that was like, "This is the original Percy Jackson trio," and a picture of the Hoot cast.
On brand since 2013. Oh boy. So yeah.
Wait, what's that?
So Chris Pratt is about to give this little thing, his little speech about like, if you keep looking at the people you love, you'll keep like moving forward, something along those lines. And Thor is trying to step in front of his line of vision, and I'm like, I'm here for it.
Oh yes, the no homification of Starfire.
Thor
Wait.
loves you. Let him love you.
The no homification of Thor: Love and Thunder. Mike, who would you like to cast for Zeus and or Poseidon?
Okay, I think for Zeus, it should be Richard White, who's the voice actor for Gaston, because I think he could be great towing the line between like cool and evil or scary. And then I think Poseidon should be Tom Hanks. Go big, get everybody's dad to be Percy's dad.
I really can't dispute that.
That's so great.
Oh my god, I'm just hearing Woody's voice at the end of The Lightning Thief telling Percy you shouldn't have been born, but in the voice of Woody.
I mean, you can't really imagine his voice as Woody anymore because he has not done Woody in a good decade or so. Like his brother is the one who does any of Woody voice acting now.
No, I thought his brother does everything except for the movies. Toy Story 4 was Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah, it was. Oh yeah, he just does
I think
everything
his-
except the movies. Okay,
It's
yeah.
just the
Stop
toys
putting
of his
out
brother.
false information.
I will put out all the false information that I want to. Quinn.
Oh, can I put out a false info to ruin
Nope,
everyone's day?
nope. Fran, we're canceling Fran. Fran, shut up.
Are we really not going to focus on Sif being nerfed right now?
Yeah, the way Sif definitely should not be wounded on the ground like that.
Like,
I'm just glad we know for a fact she's alive. Like that was unclear in Ragnarok. So
I want more Sif. Sif was so cool.
We all
Yeah.
I
Did
love the
anybody
line
else
saying-
watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? She was always great when she showed up.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. never got the respect it deserved.
But when Sif showed up, that was when it was not
It
going
didn't
like
deserve
bad,
that
was
much
it?
respect, but it deserved some.
It did. It got kind of it got boring after like the third season. And then last but not least, Quinn, who would you like to cast as Zeus and or Poseidon?
or sorry, I had myself on mute still. Whoever reminded me of the perfect casting that was Sean Bean, I can't get that out of my head. Like, he was
You're
so
welcome.
great. I want him back. And then I was thinking, what's the guy who is Big Lebowski? I need a young version of him for Poseidon.
John Goodman?
No, the other big.
Oh,
The guy, True Grit. He now has like an old cowboy voice. But he was the old penguin in Surf's Up. But he's just like, I can't think of his name. He's very
What was that
famous.
reference?
Big Z. Well, that's not the actor's name, but the
Surf's
penguin.
Up.
I love that we have the penguin's name, but not the actor's name.
Well, we don't have the penguin's name either, but we can
Like,
Jeff
picture it.
Bridges?
That's the guy from
Jeff
Cricket, right?
Bridges. That's it. I need a young
that
version
doesn't
of
serve-
Jeff Bridges or a Big Lebowski era.
oh, Kristen.
not that young.
Hello, Kristen. Thank you for being here.
Kristen's in the chat.
Yay, hi Kristen. Do you remember who we cast as Zeus and Poseidon? Because I can't think of anybody.
Yeah,
Also, shout out to Sarah. Hi, Sarah, for saying Tyler Hoechlin as Poseidon, because I just need Tyler Hoechlin in more things.
All right, I think I got my picks.
Who's Tyler Hoechlin?
all right, Darian, DJ. While we're
Please
waiting
say
for
it so I
people-
can keep eating my popcorn.
Okay. So I think for Poseidon, I want a classic Zephyron. I think it'd just be killer.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Right? I think you could just have a good time with that role.
I could
And
see
for
him as
Zeus?
Walker Scobell's dad.
For Zeus, I think if we're going big, Keanu Reeves, because that man commands respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, but have you seen him in John Wick? He is
Wait,
not
wait,
nice in that
wait,
movie.
wait.
He
I need everyone to
commands
be
respect.
quiet because we're about to get the introduction of the best character in the movie.
I think John Wick is very nice in John
The
Wick.
mighty Thor.
Cannot wait for the new John Wick movie.
I'm so excited.
Who's coming on screen?
Who? It's her. It's buff Natalie Portman.
There she
The slow-mo.
is.
The biceps. I love
Her arms look incredible.
Okay. I need to talk about what they did with Mjolnir because it is so inspired. Having Hela crush it and then having Mighty Thor be able to use it. That's not from the comics. That is a creation for this movie, and I respect it so much. It's so comic booky and stupid, and it's glorious.
I don't know why. No, I know exactly why. But it reminds me of something that happened in the Tinkerbell movie.
Please tell us about the Tinkerbell movie.
That
Charlie.
literally.
Ooh,
Why does it when
tell
it
me
come
about
back
it.
together?
Literally
It
happened.
reminds me of the Lego games though.
I know
They
exactly what
broke
you're
a
talking about.
crystal, and then they used it, and they got more pixie dust out of it.
It's a good film.
Anyway, watch
The
Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell film's a good film.
I just want to say that between Jane, Valkyrie, and Thor, this movie is really for the buys. Everyone else get out of the
Absolutely.
way. This is for us. This is our movie.
Absolutely. So when is this little dating montage supposed to have happened? Like what? Between Thor and Thor 2?
I believe so, yeah.
So let me
Yeah.
tell you about comic books is that an author gets to come in and retcon whatever they want, and then you just get to say, okay, I guess that happened. And I respect Taika Waititi so much for just being like, yep, they had a relationship. We just weren't there for it.
It's also
Natalie Portman
post
is
Thor
in
2
Dark
and
World,
before Ragnarok. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's all three.
We're
Oh,
ignoring
she's,
Dark World.
Also, shout out to Our Last Summer by ABBA playing in the background of this montage. Speaking of Mamma Mia.
This movie is the Mamma Mia 3 we deserved.
We're always speaking about Mamma Mia.
Taika Waititi has to direct Mama 3.
I was just about to say that. Oh
That
my
would be
god, that would be
glorious.
absolutely amazing. Imagine, oh my god, but spoilers for Mamma Mia too, but Donna be dead. But imagine if Taika brought her back as a spirit and she's there to guide her daughter through the perils of motherhood as a ghost, with music that the daughter can hear, the chaos that will come from Mamma Mia 3 with Taika Waititi would be perfect.
All right,
Would
so
be
My favorite
everything.
my favorite Mamma Mia fun fact is I believe Brett Goldstein, who plays Roy Kent in Ted Lasso, auditioned to be an extra in Mamma Mia 1 or 2 before he became like known from Ted Lasso and stuff. And that would have been a choice kill.
So we have another fan cast for Zeus in the chat from Riley. We have, what about Wyatt Russell as Zeus? He did great at making me hate him as the U.S. agent. And then again from Sarah, Taika knows how comics work, and also that this movie knows is a big joke and fun AF. I mean, we'll get there when we get there.
But as it should be.
Did anyone say Ryan Reynolds yet for Poseidon, just to keep that dynamic between him and Walker going?
Yeah, but I
No
don't
one
see it.
did,
It
but
doesn't make
that
sense.
Just to throw that
Very
out
cute.
there. Just to throw that one out there. I did love the two of them in the Adam Project.
Yeah, the dynamic's good, but like
I just
Ryan's not a Poseidon vibe. Ryan is Zeus, maybe. Ryan is Poseidon, no.
can't imagine sticking.
Ironically, I don't think I would see Ryan Reynolds as Zeus. I would see him more as like, well, a younger Ryan Reynolds as Apollo because of the chaos incarnate of his personality. But he's way too old. No offense, Ryan, if you're watching.
So Kristen,
My-
I'm sorry, just to quickly step in. Kristen says, I think Adam Driver would be an odd but inspired pick for Zeus. He can do intimidating and scary, but also get that Rick Riordan goofiness too. Brayden, you can speak.
I
Thank
could see him
you.
as a very intimidating Hades.
I think I had him
I-
down for Hades at one point.
Everyone
just
let
'cause, like,
Brayden speak.
the long hair.
It's okay. I was going back to Ryan Reynolds for a moment. My suggestion of how to fit Ryan Reynolds into the Percy Jackson universe is Paul Blofeld.
Either that or Rick himself plays Paul, who is his self-insert.
Rick's OC, do not steal.
Wait, does that mean if it's his writing that Sally is Becky?
Oh wait, no, that's not a spoiler. I'm trying to be respectful of spoilers.
But Sally's his mum.
Wait,
I think it's more Paul
Annabeth
Blofeld because I don't know what Paul's
is
deal
Becky.
is, but I don't like that he's running the school that's got the Empusai at it. So I don't like Mr. Paul currently where I sit in book 4.
Oof. Yeah,
Valid.
Yeah, it's probably best to steer away from this line of conversation.
Yeah. What else do we have? Oh, somebody said
The other
your
news,
favorite-
the children
Well,
are getting kidnapped.
The children are getting got right now. We should probably return to the movie for a moment.
Yeah, the children are being
Eh,
stolen from their homes.
Don't worry about them.
I have a joke.
I'm just a teacher's aide. I don't care about the children.
I have a joke that I will say in approximately 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes. I forget when. But someone in the chat
Pre-planned
said,
jokes. Jeez, Roberts,
I
putting
planned
effort into
a
this.
single joke. I planned it weeks ago. But there is someone in the chat who said, gotta say my favorite character in this movie is Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker has they need to be in therapy because they need to remember that, you know, just because someone is interested or like has a past relationship doesn't mean they're going to cheat on you. It's fine. You're fine.
Stormbreaker meets the Sword of Summer.
Yes.
Why can't they just be Polly with their magical objects? Come on.
Because Disney says no.
Oh, Disney.
Disney's wrong.
I don't want to say anything against Disney on stream because I don't want to get in trouble. They're always watching. I don't want this channel to get demonetized.
Couples therapy for Thor and Stormbreaker, a miniseries.
I'm not gonna lie, I would prefer that
I
to
see
what
it.
they did with the Groot. Just give me Thor's inanimate objects miniseries.
I low-key, again, have to break my silence and say I'm anti-Groot. I don't think it's funny.
Yes. Groot, no.
Me, a 23-year-old, like, why isn't this talking tree funny?
But
Because it's Vin Diesel.
Because you don't like happiness.
Definitely that.
It may also be because I fear the fact that it's a plant, and I have killed many plants in my life, and I fear that if it was ever alive, he would come after me. Which
you
would be
don't
fair.
do well with plants, do you?
No, I'm not. It's why, like, I will never be allowed around my nephew until he is self-sufficient.
Yeah.
One time I babysat a kid, and while I was watching, he kicked a plant while he was like walking into his house. So I was like, dude, not cool. You do understand that plants have feelings. And he was like, no, they don't. And I was like, yes, they do. And I pulled up a documentary that was all about how like plants can hear, and like different music helps them grow, and how positive affirmations help them. So being really negative is really mean to plants. And he didn't like him either. So
Yeah, so people in the chat are being like, the
It was
novelty
a
of Groove has
mutual
worn off at this
babysitter.
point. It wore off when he said, "We are Groot." Like, you, congratulations, you just did everything you possibly could with the character.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, none of you heartless
Groot
folks
we knew
felt
him die.
anything when he vanished and Rocket was just watching his tree son die?
Oh,
Really?
I cried. But by the time he came back, it was like, all right, this is a new Groot. It's like, well, wait, what's it called? The ship of Theseus problem. Like, if
Have you heard of the ship of Theseus?
No, it's just
By the way, Thor currently tried to fly out of this little city hall he has, and I guess because Stormbreaker is still very jealous, he does, like, Stormbreaker does not properly fly him out.
We have to shout out the Phantom of the Opera sweatshirt. This was a choice to put Tessa Thompson in the Phantom of the Opera sweatshirt. I love the Phantom of the Opera. Sorry, my roommate's laughing
Erica,
at
can
me.
you give us insight into what it tells us about the character of Valkyrie as
She
she's
loves
wearing
mega
this?
musicals. She stands Andrew Lloyd Webber. She likes to hear electric guitars play in the overture to Broadway musicals, and
Oh.
she dies for 1980s culture.
Finally, I can make my joke. And the Oscar for Best Visual Effects goes to Thor, Love and Thunder. Because the joke is that they submitted, with this effect, it was worse when it was in the theaters. They submitted.
Yeah, they did go back and redo it, apparently.
Yeah,
I
they
read that.
redid, and it looks different. But they're like, yeah, this is good enough to nominate.
To be
for
fair,
Best
the
Visual
other effects are pretty decent, and there's quite a lot of them in this.
Yeah, I know. Everyone makes fun of this scene, and I think there's another scene. What I want to make fun of is how, especially Jane's helmet does the Iron Man like nanotech thing when she wants to take it on and off, which I think is ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't get, like, I'm
Disagree.
a big practical effects kind of thing. Is it that hard just to wear like a light helmet? I don't know. It just feels strange.
That
or
hard
just like
to put Tom Holland in a skin tight Spider-Man suit, please.
definitely not. Like that should be done. Yeah, I just don't like. Even
It's
if you
the
want to do
effects of
the
the
scenes where
Spider-Man
they
suit.
do,
It's just like,
Wait, no, let Mike finish.
sorry, Mike, you go ahead. It's just the effects of moving around and spandex acts funky on the body. It's not going to look nearly as good as just CGIing a suit onto the body.
but if a real person was Spider-Man, they would have a spandex suit that would like bunch and stuff. And I thought that was good with like the Tobey Maguire ones. It's like, yeah, it looks like a guy wearing a spandex suit because we filmed a guy wearing a spandex suit. I get that like it maybe isn't supposed to work because it's like Tony Stark's nanotech, but like I don't know. I'd rather see like I don't know. When I watch it, if I was watching a movie and like you can definitely tell it's a visual effect, I think it's way more fine than when it's like CGI and you're like, Thor's not wearing a helmet. He's pretending to wear one and his head's moving too quickly. That's just me though.
My favorite
I
part
agree.
of No
On
Way
the-
Home is when the three Spider-Men hug and you could see the suits bunch up in the neck because they're actually wearing suits, all three of them.
Oh, I think Darian wanted to say something. Oh no, they're good. Okay. I'm sorry. Just spotlight. What's happening now? Because my phone crashed the app.
Thor just had his little vision with the kids to tell them he's on his way, and now he, Valkyrie, and Jane are planning their next move.
Cool.
Oh, they're going to
I'm caught up in my
Omnipotent
mind.
City.
Korg is also there and he's wearing like spandex for some reason. To keep his rocks compressed.
Oh, I've got to say, this is one thing I wanted to say earlier, but I've just remembered I wanted to say it. I don't mind, the special effects with Korg, it's fine. But I watched the Fantastic Four movie yesterday, and now all I can think about how
The
is
new one or the old one?
The new one.
the
or the
original,
old
the
one?
actually good one
Nice.
from
nice.
2004.
One where Captain America plays.
Yeah,
the
when
Human
Captain
Torch.
America plays the torch. Yeah. But like the rock work for the Thing is what they should have done for Korg because it looks cool and it looks real. That was, oh my god, those were the days. Yes, it was cheesy. Yes, it was camp. Yes, the special effects were questionable at best, but it was fun, and I love the effort they put into it. I'm also going to
I'm
watch.
pretty
the
sure
Silver
that
Surfer
was
after
at least a little bit practical. Like there was just like a stupid amount of styrofoam on that guy or something.
This probably was like some, but I think most of it was like an actual like made suit for him. Like how they did for like Jim Carrey as the Grinch. They put him in like an actual full suit for the Grinch. I think they did the same thing for the Thing's character.
The
I just think it
best
would be cool.
adaptation of the Grinch. Listen, the original one from the 60s is like line for line, beautifully, whatever. The Jim Carrey Grinch movie is a perfect Grinch adaptation. The one with
watch the Illumination.
I was about to say the one with Benadryl Kumquat, not as good.
No.
I'm
The best
gonna
one
disagree.
part of the Benadryl kumquat whatever one is during, I think it's like during the like one of the songs in Who Village. It's like God rest ye merry gentlemen, and there's one guy in the very back that just goes moo like the entire time, and it makes me laugh. My niece is obsessed with that movie. It's the only animated movie she'll watch. She doesn't like animation. It's a problem.
Wait, how young is your niece?
She's 8, or no, she's 10 now. Oh God, I missed a few years. But she hasn't liked animation since she was 2, and she decided Frozen was stupid.
That is such an interesting take. I like this little hipster 10-year-old niece you have. Like, oh, I will only watch live theater performances.
Frozen is, except for that Frozen is a live theater performance. So that's the contentious take. That's a Broadway musical. Frozen 2.
Oh my god, Frozen 2.
Frozen 2 is better than Frozen 1. Just
without question.
Next year, we're going to watch Frozen 2.
Oh god.
I just rewatched it
next
during
year
Thanksgiving.
Sing along.
is the
Sing along
10-year
version. Yeah,
anniversary
okay.
of Frozen.
Sing along version.
Oh my god, yes, the sing-along version.
All of us with the lag, it's going to be great. We'll all be slightly 5 seconds off, and then Zoom lag will make it even better.
Oh my god. That'll
It'll
be
be
great.
like a really drunk orchestra.
Retweet if every single time you hear "Show Yourself" from Frozen 2, you have a ball, an absolute spiral. You just sob for 24 hours straight after hearing it. Thank you, Charlie.
I love Elsa so much. That's all.
The
I have
Next
to
Right
say.
Thing made me sob in the theater, like harder than probably any movie I've ever watched in the theater.
Oh my god. The music is seriously so good.
No.
Like,
What timestamp are we at?
we are at, at least on my viewing, we are at 112.
I don't know what that means.
We are 48 minutes and 40 seconds into the movie.
Thank you for
They
speaking
just had the
English.
portable speaker, and it was great. They
Oh, you said 112 like on the minus side. I was like, how did my video get so far behind?
I know, that's what I thought. I
Have
was
I
like,
been
this
watching
can't
Thor on
be.
0.75x?
We'll return with the children, Thor. I just love how the development of Thor not really being a leader anymore is... It's nicely paced. I like that.
I know
This is
we
the
just
most
like we
useful
already
the coach will ever
passed
be.
it, but the fact that Jane's mom also like she died of cancer, I don't know. I have a lot of like cancer trauma in my life, and those scenes are really sad. And I don't like the CGI. It gives me flashbacks.
We're going to talk about CGI. Y'all see the new Avatar?
No, we can't do that here.
That
In the name
CGI
of
stunning.
in the name of supporting the Red Nation, we are not going to talk about that movie here.
I'm just talking about the CGI.
Rick's post about that was unhinged, though. Can we just
That
all agree on that one? Where did that come from?
Where did that come from, Mr. Riordan?
Also,
Who's running
speaking
his
of
socials now?
It's
that
not
too,
Kristen
because
anymore,
Ashley,
right?
it's not
Oh,
Ashley
Ashley.
anymore either. Anyway, I was gonna say Seaweed Braid made a donation. Wanted to shout that out, and I'm continuously dropping links in the YouTube chat if you are able. They are there for you for both organizations.
Yes, just to kind of bounce off of that. If you cannot find the links or can't go to your Instagram, all of that stuff is in the description box for this live stream. So if you can donate to either one, that'll be awesome. If you can't, don't worry, share the links. If you've got social media, pop it up on there and let people know about the Red Nation and about, I'm going to say this, hold on. I always miss a word out. The National Network of Abortion Funds. Yes, I always miss the network bit and I'm always feeling bad. But yes, share both links, let people know about them. And yeah, if you can donate, awesome. If you can't, don't worry about it. It's perfectly cool.
If there's anybody in your life who you haven't gotten a Christmas gift yet and you don't know what to give them, you can donate on their behalf and let them know.
And there's no shipping. It's
And you
instantly gratification.
You can sign them up to be a Patreon for Red Media, which is the organization that also puts out the Red Nations podcast.
Yes, all of that good stuff. And also for what Mike said as well, if you're in the UK, we do currently have postal strikes. So if you are worried about shipping, just donate in the name of a family or friend member, because at least you know it will get there. But support the strikers, support the unions. Unions are important. Just soapbox. What's happening now?
He's
Christian
scaring the
Bale
kids.
scaring children.
Traumatizing children, more like.
Like
Yeah.
Kristen Bell's in this movie.
He's
Oh,
the
no,
shot
Christian
killer.
Bale.
Sorry, I thought you said Kristen Bell, and I was like,
Wait,
I
can we
was
get
like,
a
when
redo
was
of this
Anna in
movie?
this?
But like replace Christian Bale with Kristen Bell.
Mhm.
That would
Taika
be
Kristen Bell will be
absolutely
next
do
year.
that. Taika Waititi would definitely cast Kristen Bell as the villain in his movie about Norse mythology.
I want it so badly.
I feel like she could be Frigg or something like that, where Frigg's gone bad.
Yes.
I do appreciate that Robert is always referring to, I literally don't know the character that Christian Bale is playing, but I like to imagine that it's just literally like Christian Bale playing himself, and Christian Bale himself has been possessed by the gods to kill the other ones.
I only really know Christian Bale from the Dark Knight trilogy, so I'm just trying to imagine like the Batman voice. Where is he? Where is she? You know, all that stuff.
Right, I just gotta, because we're both on the StreamYard as well, hearing your Batman voice as an echo made it so much better.
Here, I'll do it again. What is something Christian Mills says? Oh God.
Just say the name Rachel.
Rachel!
Oh, that's perfect. No one else can hear it, but it brings me joy. And I can't watch the movie, so this is the least I can get.
We have a fan cast for Reed Richard and Sue Storm. We have William Jackson Harper and
It's a
Kristen
Pixar
Bell.
Easter.
Do you think the god of carpentry is Jesus?
Stop.
I think that was supposed to be the joke. I remember reading somewhere, or maybe watching somewhere, that was going to be a thing.
In Percy Jackson.
Anybody else open TikTok
No,
today and see John
sorry,
Green
in Thor.
say that Jesus is a product of nepotism?
I did not. I was like starting to watch that TikTok and then I just stopped.
It was a really good take.
The only time when I hear the name Zeus, I just think there's this one clip from one of the God of War games where Kratos just angrily yells into the clouds. He's like, Zeus!
Wait, I didn't realize we're watching the Lightning Thief right now. They're gonna steal the lightning bolt.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, but I don't think wait, no, hold on. I'm just going to stop that thought. Midnight Fran's appearing. Let's keep it chill, Fran. Let's go. Why mute myself? God damn it!
You got this, bud.
I've had a lot of caffeine and a white hot chocolate. This is going to be hell for everyone.
I'd like to share a fun fact that I learned like the other day. One of Zeus's handmaidens is one of the girls from H2O.
What?
Whoa!
Everyone on 3. Arnar!
Oh no!
We are!
Claire! Oh no! Oh god.
Because
Really a cultural reset.
That was the best show. Anyone who says otherwise is a liar.
You're correct.
Thank you. I feel validated. That and the Saddle Club. Australian TV. Speaking of, oh my god, I found out today Chris Hemsworth was in Home and Away, the pinnacle of Australian soap operas that I watch to this day.
What?
And-
I saw. Okay, are you saying Home and Away was better than Neighbours?
Without question. Are you sane, boy? It is
I
Home
didn't
and
really
Away
watch either, but I
is-
feel like Neighbours is more culturally significant.
because
saying.
people do not understand good television.
We would like to thank Sarah Barra, I believe that's how you pronounce your name. Sorry if I mispronounced it, who has made a donation. Thank you very much.
Yeah, fellow Percy Jackson podcaster Sarah Barra. That's awesome.
Oh, it is. Oh, sorry, I've just seen also just said Australian TV keeps me going these days. Yeah, Australian TV is brilliant.
Who is the Zeus actor again? I forget his name.
Is it Kurt Russell?
Russell Crowe.
Oh,
Different Russell. Black.
I had part of it.
Actor.
That's Russell Crowe.
Accent.
Oh,
Yes, yes, Russell Crowe.
I Meg, I'm doing you a favor. Turn your eyes, turn away in like 60 seconds.
I am confused.
So Thor is now in front of Zeus and he's starting to yell and such and tell him about his plans. And Zeus does not like that. And he's about to do something.
Zeus does the most Zeus thing I think you could ever Zeus, you know?
Yeah. But it wasn't a smart idea. I mean,
What?
It's a
I
hair
love
function?
that it's all because he tried, like, Zeus thinks that Thor's stealing his thunder. Like, like you're
His
stealing the
thunder.
spotlight.
How
Yeah.
does everyone feel about the different? How do we all feel about the different gods that are present? By the way,
Okay, so the
It'd be
blonde one,
better if
right
they
next
all
to
got
Zeus.
names.
yeah.
The blonde one, that's Bella from season 3.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I
There
love
we go.
Bella. She was also in Home and Away.
Yes, she was. Oh no! I take off your disguise and flick.
I love that they all pass out.
I love how Meg is not looking away.
R.I.P. Loki.
R.I.P. Loki. That is a good back tattoo.
Wait, he had a tattoo?
He has a back tattoo. He has several. The main one being like Loki's horns, and it says "Rip Loki" above it.
Oh, why do I feel like my lesbian card's about to revoke? Because like I just saw his ass.
Noticed just now with the grape.
Like that was my main focus.
I mean,
It's
that's
like
what
that
they
is
want
a
you
nice
to
butt,
see. It's Chris Hemsworth.
and it's a nice butt. Although I don't know if it was actually his butt.
I was
like-
just gonna say, I don't know if this was just like a rumor going around TikTok, but like that it was animated and he isn't
They get a
actually.
butt model in.
I was actually just about to say that just because so I watched this documentary and they showed a clip of it and he's wearing like one of those like singular color things around his entire waist, covering
sock.
all of that stuff up. So I don't know. He wasn't wearing a sock. It was like a foot, like it was like, you know how people wear towels around their waist? It was kind of like that, but all one color. So I wonder if they did kind of like CGI'd his butt.
Yeah.
I mean, his
maybe.
butt is probably still good, but like, I don't know if this was actually his butt.
I really doubt they CGI'd his butt.
Oh, they were
That would be like
overanalyzing his butt.
CGIing Superman's mustache
Oh god. You're
or
gonna
the
say
cat's buttholes.
Mike wanted to say something?
Oh, I was just going to say, Fran said she was watching a documentary about it. Was the documentary about the movie, or was the documentary about butts?
Oh no, so it was.
Like, was it a butts in film documentary, or was it like the making of Thor?
No.
4?
So it was Chris Hemsworth's one called Limitless. It was like about like living longer and stuff. So it was, I think it was his challenge where he had to like climb a rope up you know, like there's like the things that travel over huge caverns that are like carry people across. He had to climb a rope up to the top of that. And but he was doing Thor filming at the same time and they showed that scene. That's why I saw the lack of butt.
I was going to say though, if anybody wants a good deep dive into the history of butts, there's a book out there right now called Butts. It just came out, Butts, A Backstory by Heather Radke. Very anticipated. It's like a sociology book. Check it out. It's got a picture of a peach emoji on the cover.
Ha.
I did consult the internet, and apparently Chris Hemsworth really was naked in this scene, and it was actually his dream for the last 10 years. And he is quoted as saying he knew his moment would come for nudity playing this character.
So does
there you
that
go.
mean Russell Crowe is just in front of
That's
naked Chris
beautiful.
Hemsworth, and he has to like tell himself while he's acting alongside Chris, he's like, "Don't look down, don't look down, don't look down, just don't look down."
Yes, Robert, that is what I'm telling you. That's what the internet says. And that's what Chris Hemsworth told Variety. So
Erica, is that how actors work? If you're in front of a naked actor, do you have to tell yourself, "Don't look down, don't look down, don't look down"?
There's privacy, what do they call them? Private sensitivity socks and stuff like that. There's like specific kinds of underwear that people wear when they're filming nude scenes and stuff like that.
But famously, Chris Pratt did not use that on Parks and Recreation.
Which it's played like a laugh, but realistically, that's not okay.
If you look at her eyes when she sees him, that's no.
It's a me, Mario.
Wow.
No.
I just know Chris Pratt is gonna do that. He's gonna be like, "Wahoo!" Sorry, my voice was like weird. Anyway, it's a me, Mario.
Doesn't it look in this movie like Russell Crowe is 5'2"?
Isn't he short though?
How tall
No,
is
he's
he?
6 feet tall.
5'2" derogatory.
which means he's 5'10", but like Google says he's 6 feet tall.
Well, like
I think they
Natalie
did
Portman
very well
is
with
like
distorting the heights of
5'1"
everyone
or
in
something
this.
like that.
Does that mean they really like shot Les Mis so that Hugh Jackman looked a lot taller than he was? Because Hugh Jackman looks a lot taller than Russell Crowe in that movie, and Hugh Jackman is not like tall.
Possibly.
Can we talk about how this is the most like bloody, violent scene in all of the Marvel movies, because they really, really exploited the fact that gods have golden ichor and not red blood?
It's amazing, and I love the sound of it. It's so
It's gold, not red. Therefore, it's not blood, guys.
exactly.
Keep
It like
our-
makes a
keep our
tinkling sound when
PG-13
it hits the
rating.
ground.
Mr. Thor, I don't feel so good.
Oh, there's more blood in this than all of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
And the Scarlet Witch movie.
Zeus.
So that did actually have a surprising amount. Although, actually, no, it didn't. That was a lie.
Ooh.
He should have said ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
Oh, now that you said that, they should have made a reference to Cars with because Lightning McQueen says to the stupid green car says that
Chicks
lightning
something.
comes before thunder. That's what Zeus should have said to Thor to try and make himself look big. But it doesn't matter.
And what's the green cars thing? Doesn't he say like
he says
Kachiga or something like
it's
that?
So stupid. By the way, Hugh Jackman is like 6 something. He's like 6'2" or 3. And I know that's for a fact because when he played Wolverine, it was apparently a controversy that he wasn't short because Wolverine is canonically like 5 foot tall. Thank you, Haley Demers, for making a donation. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, but thank you very much.
And to the tune of the guitar intro of Sweet Child of Mine, nonetheless.
Excellent timing, Haley. Excellent timing.
Excellent timing. This when this song was used for the trailer, that's what hyped me up more than actually seeing the trailer. Like, oh wait, for everyone who complains that this movie is not gay.
I didn't complain that it wasn't gay.
not
I
gay
just
enough.
wanted it gayer.
Valkyrie has kid. Is that supposed to be Hera? Who is that?
I think that's just a random.
He's just it's
I think
Zeus
it's one of
being
his
Zeus.
lady
It's any
friends.
woman ever.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Oh boy, that's good. Yeah, Valkyrie. This movie is fantastic, as Lachlan said. It is for the buys.
I feel like it builds up so much though with that song, and then cut to Thor telling a story to these kids, and it's like, ooh, oh yes, there are kids in danger.
Just abruptly stopping the fun pace we were going for. Like, hey, now it's time for a sad story.
I don't think they played the song in its entirety until the credits. Because I remember like waiting for it the entire time because it was the trailer song. And I was like, when is the entirety of Sweet Child of Mine going to play? And then it didn't. I was very upset about that.
By the way,
I'm glad I met my hero. That kid's so cheesy.
It is a child. Why am I defending children? I'm well known for like having.
I know, Fran. What are you doing?
I was honestly shocked beyond all get out. Recording Entering Storybook with you, you really are sleep deprived, my friend. That was insane.
Yeah, I have problems.
Korg being just ahead right now really reminds me of Empire Strikes Back when 3PO was all just in pieces carried around on Chewie's back for half the movie, and it just gives me nice vibes.
I lost Korg. Quick, telling everyone I'm dead. Sometimes I can still hear their voice.
Oh, not that quite.
Stormbreaker making an appearance.
They do need to go to couples therapy. can work out some issues.
This is just.
Thor was Stormbreaker's first, but Stormbreaker
What's
wasn't
written on the
Thor's.
side of the
It's
boat?
been hard for him.
That's a good question. I did not catch it.
It says Asgardian Tours, and then it says the name of the boat, Aegir. But I don't,
Egger.
yes,
For Aegir.
Egger,
Box Lunch had an entire collection for this movie of merchandise, and it was all themed around the Infinity Cone gimmick and the Asgardian Tours. And
Oh,
can
boy.
you guess what sold? None of it.
Exactly. Thor, I don't think it's a good idea to give the axe that's driving beer, but this is your bonding moment.
Not unless the axe is a Viking.
Yeah, they're Norse. I'm sure all their captains were drunk.
Can axes get drunk?
Did any of y'all see The Northman?
I heard good things about it.
It's very intense.
I thought it was you fine? Yeah, it was very intense, but I thought it was really interesting. Just some like Norse mythology on screen that wasn't via Thor was fun. Space Vikings.
Shout out to the Space Dolphins, mate for life in packs of 6.
Hey, polyamory! Woo! Well, unless you mean hold no, 6 also makes pairs.
Yes.
That's too optimistic.
TGF fanatic. A lot of people will say this movie is not good. I think it's good in some places.
It's a good time. That's all that matters.
It sort of gives me the
superhero
same
movie. What did people expect? Do they want high art? Like that doesn't happen.
It gives
The
me
one
the
that came out
same-
before this one was Multiverse of Madness. So honestly, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
a literal multiverse of improvement
Yeah,
for
Multiverse
me.
of Madness was such a rough one.
Whoa, Multiverse of Madness was really good. I don't remember what I was talking about. Sam Raimi's
Counterpoint,
Sam
you
Raimi?
are wrong.
I'm mixed.
There was character
Yeah,
assassination.
Mike, you
on, like,
you
all
came into the
parts
wrong chat to say that.
of Doctor Strange for me.
How do you not enjoy Sam Raimi just Sam Raimiing? Oh.
Don't get me
Sam
wrong.
Raimi'd all over my favorite character.
Don't get me wrong. Sam Raimi is great. However, that just wasn't the movie to do it. And again, like a lot of just I don't know, it just didn't seem right. Right? We had Wanda, who had already gone through her arc of accepting her grief, suddenly not, and then everybody just saying Doctor Strange is an idiot, dumb heck man.
Okay, yeah, good job.
So
good job.
and that's not what he was. He gave the time stone up for his plan. He did everything right, but everyone is blaming him and saying what Wanda's doing is exactly the same, which it's not.
The real thing is, it should have been a Wanda movie, and then the evil Wanda should have been multiverse Wanda and not our Wanda, and then it would have been a fine product. I
Yeah.
could do horror, but Sam Raimi at his peak powers is fun, but he broke my toys, and I'm not happy about it.
Okay.
Yeah, but we've had many discussions about multiverse. Sorry, you got right into the story there, Mike.
I don't know. I guess I'm not as tied to the other things. I just enjoyed the movie.
Quinn and I are counting down the days till Darian comes and talks about Scarlet Witch with us for our podcast.
In the movie we were watching news, we're talking about cancer again. Whoop, whoop.
What a lifter upper.
We also had the 2 minutes before this was the 2 minutes before this just wants me to give a PSA. Just however much you think you're your ex, don't talk to them. It's fine. Just don't.
The tone shift in this movie is all over the place, isn't it?
The flow is really weird.
I definitely get it. I agree the flow is odd. I actually think I like the fact that at least when we get into hey, this is a serious thing, it gets to be serious and they keep in that space rather than undercutting it with a joke or a gag or a goof, which I feel like they did through Ragnarok, too much.
Yeah.
Just does this a lot. It's just a big old sine wave, and it's weird.
I think while the pace is weird, I think it really works for the movie it is up until the final act. And then the final act is a bit of a mess. But I think it really works up until then. It's very Monty Python.
Oh yeah, that I can agree with. Yeah, I think it's definitely it's the latter part where, like Darren, what you were just saying of it works well enough of the balance between it, so there's no undercutting. But that final part definitely has a little bit more of the undercutting because you've got the humor and the drama happening kind of at the same time, to a degree. So yeah, no, I can see your point with that. It's so weird talking because I'm hearing myself twice and I'm getting real confused, thinking I've said something already.
Yeah, it's strange. I also want to say it took a while for it to load on my phone for some reason, but I just made a donation to oh god, I'm just like Fran. I also don't remember names. Fran, say it out. The name of the one.
Oh, of what one?
It's
The National Network of Abortion.
National Network of Abortion. There we go. That's the one. Okay. If for some reason it wouldn't load on my phone, but I made a donation.
Good job, Megan.
Thank you, Megan.
What are people's thoughts about the switch to black and white?
So cool.
By the way, we're
Very
in
interesting.
black and white.
Oh, Quinn, your internet went a bit odd.
Internet is just absolutely
I
crashing.
love
Quinn.
it.
Gone.
It reminds me.
Bye,
It's
Quinn.
like it brings me back to Young Frankenstein, where it's like
Yes.
a choice to be black.
What about Thor and Jane holding pinkies for a second?
Very cute.
I'm into it.
Very
Like,
graphic.
yeah.
Very graphic. I can't believe that alone should have changed this to a rated R.
Honestly, maybe even what? Oh god,
NC-17.
is the next one up.
MC-17.
Whatever.
I enjoyed
I
that
love how the color from Mjolnir though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's really yeah.
I was about to say that as well. It's like yeah, you can see the red and like stuff. It's
But
fun.
it's
That's
very
fun.
muted color, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, just to know, everyone, we got a message from Erica in the live stream chat that their Wi-Fi cut out, so they may possibly be back, maybe not. We shall see. The internet's being mean today.
It's a trap.
Oh God.
I love that. I'm so sorry to be that person. Her throwing Stormbreaker is so reminiscent of a thing she does in the comics, and it feeds my soul. Side note, DJ just let me know that our original December donation that we make for Patreon monthly didn't actually go through. So Muse of Mythology has just donated to the Red Nation for month of December.
Woo!
Oh, there's an Erica.
Amazing. Oh, Erica's returning.
Possibly, maybe, perhaps. This is, you know, what's my biggest gripe with this character is that we actually don't see him kill any gods other than the first one.
I mean, there is that montage sequence when Sif is sending for help where we see images of various gods he has butchered.
I feel like his
I thought that
act
was
on a
the
whole different
previous
level.
God Butcher.
No, this guy's been around for a couple thousand years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Christian Bale's acting in a different movie from everyone else. Like the way he's going about his character just does
Oh, yeah.
not like his energy is up here and no one else is matching that.
I completely
I can agree
agree
with
with
that,
that.
This is a very specific reference, and I hope someone gets it. But this scene just reminds me of the tar monster from Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed.
Oh my god, yeah.
On that
Classic.
Summer Solstice fundraiser.
Summer Solstice
This is my
Scooby-Doo.
favorite
I
movie.
love
I
Scooby-Doo
literally
so
knew
much.
it was going to be a Scooby-Doo reference.
Scooby-Doo's the best.
How do we feel about that Scooby-Doo actually happened? Scooby-Doo 2 movie happened before Scooby do one movie. The
What?
live action ones. Like that's the order that it should be released in, clearly.
I disagree because Monster Island, not Monster, is it Monster Island?
No.
Skull Island.
Spooky
No.
Island.
It's
Spooky
Island. It's
Island.
them getting back together and solving more mysteries, and then the second one is continuing that.
Yeah, but it's like it's so basic. The second one, so it should have been a
It's-
thing
the second
before they
one's the
broke up.
first
I think is what
one,
Owen's
'cause
saying.
They solve the
Pause it.
movies, they solve the things, we see them together. Then the first one, they break up, and then we see them get back together, and we see them solve their traditional mysteries.
The second one is about legacy, though. Like it's about like how they're remembered, and so I feel like it makes sense to come later.
You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it look like I think Coolsville sucks. I think Coolsville sucks.
What about Mystery Cove? How do we feel about Mystery Cove?
Which one was that? Was that that was the other live action one?
That's Mystery Inc. Mystery Inc. That one.
Oh,
Oh, wasn't there someone?
That's a good series.
Someone was in that, like a famous person was like Fred, right? I forgot my internet is shit. I'll stop talking.
Aw,
No, we
Quinn.
heard you. We just couldn't think of who the famous person who played Fred was.
But Shaggy says Zoinks. Velma says Jinkies. Daphne says Jeepers. Scooby says
No.
I'm
Whoa.
gonna cut that one off there.
Yeah, I know. Darn it.
Fred says hold the phone.
Yeah. Or let's
Sam.
split up, gang.
That's canon now.
Fred also does say I can not talk. Fred also does say let's split up, gang. So yeah, for anyone
He
who
also
wants to,
says he loves Traps and Daphne.
for anyone who wants movie update, Christian Bale now has Thor and Jane and everyone trapped in his goo reminiscent of the tar monster from Scooby-Doo 2.
I know let's have a visceral reaction to the scene of them getting squeezed. Like I can almost feel it sometimes watching it. It's so upsetting physically.
Devil
mean-
snare, devil snare.
Yeah, so it gives me that vibes, and it also gives me the vibe of seeing the Mystery Inc. dying under the tar monster. So like,
You have to relax.
That's a brilliant impersonation. I'm
Honestly.
yes. Wait, who just said honestly?
It
Hermione.
seems
no, I
like
meant
the
just
monsters
the-
from the Cloverfield.
I wonder if they would have. So Riley in the comments wants to suggest that. I wonder if they would have made this movie creepier / scarier if they didn't have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness right before it in the release timeline.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Thor is traditionally, I mean, at least the Thor comics I read, which is in fact just the Mighty Thor run. Creepy horror isn't a vibe, whereas Doctor Strange tends to kind of go that direction for some arcs. So it wouldn't have been in line with the character, nor necessarily the director's strengths, I think. But
Yeah, I don't think I haven't seen Taika do much at the very least in just like kind of spooky stuff, but
oh, it's so good.
yeah.
Wait, mute me.
All right. Unfortunately, team, I have to go because I have a family holiday thing that is starting very soon that I have to prep for. But this has been wonderful.
That was
and
us
lovely.
last year.
Oh,
Thank you very much for joining
We
us.
couldn't.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
You
It
have a
was
good one, man. Thanks for
cool to-
joining.
Yeah, I feel, I haven't gotten to meet everyone because there's so many podcasts and I literally can't listen to yours because it would wreck my job. But I look forward to the day when I'm spoiler free and I can fully enjoy everybody's work and stuff. But this is cool. Thanks for making me a part of this. And I'm sure we'll cross paths soon. And to everyone watching, thank you for anyone who donated. Thank you. I'll be donating as well. This is a good time. I'm going to go. Bye, everybody. Bye, 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 bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Oh, I forgot how to breathe for a second. Just took a breath. Just say something. Forgot what I was going to say, and then just just kept holding my breath.
Attention, everyone! Christian Bale has been stabbed. I repeat, Christian Bale has been stabbed.
I think you mean
Please remember
Valkyrie
to
was
read.
stabbed.
Both
I
of
was
them have
trying
been
to-
stabbed.
I was trying to think about what I was just watching that this scene is reminding me of, and then I realized it's the Once Upon a Time Dr. Frankenstein episode where they go to the land without color, and we were trying to figure out what that place is called. It's called the Land Without Color, which is where they are currently, I guess.
Wow, Dr. Frankenstein is a god killer. So that feels accurate.
He wishes he was that important.
That is true. He is a wannabe. He is a groupie to the god killers.
I mean, what's
he destroys
the
teenage
alternate
girls.
title for the book? Isn't it like the modern Prometheus? So there's a god right there.
Yes. My brain is malfunctioning. Sorry.
Yeah,
Tessa
you're right. It
Thompson
is
having-
modern Prometheus.
Tessa Thompson having used Zeus's lightning bolt for a good portion of the movie, I feel is really adding to supporting my fan cast of her as Zeus.
Yes.
I actually completely agree.
I would be down for, but then what would be even cooler is if she is cast as Zeus, but they don't change Zeus's pronouns, and it just stays like he, him with Tessa Thompson, and no one questions it. It's just
Hard,
happening.
yes.
I mean, would
Zeus
you want
is
to
known
question
for
Zeus?
transformation.
Yes, we will not question Tessa Thompson. Or it could just be Tessa Thompson playing Tessa Thompson in Zeus's position. It's just Tessa. So instead of saying Zeus, they say Tessa. Almighty Tessa, we have come to you with the lightning bolt.
I love Thor giving her all of the snacks, just all of every snack.
I mean, where's the himbo?
Breakdown.
Literally, he destroyed a vending machine to get these snacks for her.
It's what Darcy did at the beginning of the movie, and I just think it's a really sweet parallel.
Right. I wish Darcy had come back. That's the one thing this movie was missing. More Darcy.
Darcy should have had the
Is she
chance to
doing
yell at
WandaVision right
Thor.
now? Is that what happened? Did she get called off to the anomaly, the hex? Does anyone know?
Where does this movie take
Do you
place?
not
in
know the timeline of this film?
So from what I heard in the documentary with Chris Hemsworth, it seems like this film was in like tail end 2020 and 2021, and it was just really quickly edited. Because like he filmed his documentary last year, start of this year, I believe. And he's got the clips and references. Oh, sorry.
I meant like in the MCU timeline is the character of Darcy doing the Hex Wanda stuff, and that's why she doesn't appear in the rest of what's going on here. But also, I don't want to get in that conversation tonight.
Where does
I don't-
Doctor Strange fit in the WandaVision timeline? Like, how far after?
I actually don't know if Marvel has any idea
They don't anymore.
how
They
any of
can't,
Phase
right?
Four,
it doesn't
how
feel like
any of
that.
Phase Four fits into a timeline at all. It makes no sense.
No way.
I'm okay with that, but-
And Multiverse of Madness. the
Who
whole thing.
cares?
I care. There's a big event that happened in the Eternals
Okay,
and nobody
okay.
acknowledged it.
Okay, I looked up the
Someone
Wikipedia
acknowledged it,
page
didn't they?
real quick. I looked up the Wikipedia. So
Miss Marvel
WandaVision
mentions
happens-
Kingo, and that's it.
WandaVision happens right after Endgame in 2023, quote unquote, and then 2025 is Love and Thunder. So because remember they're like 5 years ahead of time because of the blip and all that.
I remembered it was in
Anyway.
She-Hulk. It was the newscast report. That's what I was remembering for Celestials.
Yep.
And then even according to what I'm reading, the most recent event timeline wise before Thor and Love and Thunder would be Miss Marvel, I guess.
As much as Marvel currently claims to have an idea of what they're doing, I feel they're lying to us.
It
That-
feels a
I'm
lot like
sorry.
George Lucas trying to retcon and say he knew exactly what was happening the whole time, and then he made a brother and sister kiss. But
This
whatever.
timeline is funny because it just says nothing happened between 2019 and 2022. Just nothing happened.
People were blipped. That's what happened.
Nothing.
I was sort
at
of
all?
hoping that the Captain America Falcon or Captain America Winter Soldier TV show was gonna fill in the blip a little bit more, and they didn't. It was disappointing.
I think we've done all the blip content from Marvel. I think they've run that course.
I mean, we've
I
gotten
love the blip. It's so interesting. Half the world disappeared. What happened? How did people move on from that?
people so
It's kind of like how you move on from a global pandemic, I suppose.
Oh,
Yes, but- oh.
Remember when we thought that phase 4 was going to be all about processing grief? And then it just wasn't.
they did that for.
I mean, this film kind of is.
Grief in a different way.
For Natalie Portman and a little bit for Thor, yeah, I guess so.
And
And
for
a lot for the
Thor.
And for the
Killer.
God Killer, yes.
Yeah, I mean, technically, yeah. I mean,
No,
it's not
this-
a healthy way to
Taika-
process your grief.
Taika
Black
understood the
Panther,
assignment.
guys?
I don't think that
Mhm.
Sam Raimi understood the assignment. Love him.
Yes,
but-
yes,
Black Panther
yes.
kind of processes grief a little bit. Well,
Oh,
kind of
Black
forever.
Panther does it. Yeah, leaps and bounds. Listen, I don't actually blame Sam Raimi for the WandaVision.
No,
For
it's
the
the
WandaVision,
writer.
the writer is the one who gets my ire.
I knew he'd come. Why is this kid just? Who is this kid? Why is he here?
The stuff with
Better Sam
Speed-
Raimi comic book movie, I would say it's Speed Racer.
I love, dude. Speed
That's a
Racer
good
is so
film.
good.
Sam
Didn't he
Raimi
do-
didn't do
didn't
Speed
he?
Racer.
I thought he
No,
did.
that was the Wachowskis.
Oh.
Speed Racer is
Okay.
still such
Yeah.
a killer movie.
And it still
It is
slaps.
so. It's a good movie.
It-
I'll
it
recommend
slaps
it over
so
Wanda
hard.
or whatever. Oh my god, not WandaVision.
The kid is
Doctor
Heimdall's kid, by
Strange.
the way.
Whatever that is.
Now that we're
Amber,
seeing all
you
the
trying to say
kids
something?
again, so apparently Taika, Chris Hemsworth, Christian Bale, and I think maybe Natalie Portman's kids are all in this movie as part of the children here. I just think that's really cute that they all got to be in it. I mean, nepotism, but still, it's kind of cute, right?
I mean,
It's
it gets
also
you
like
places.
the kids that are already around the set. Like I feel like I also heard that it was a lot of like this cameraman's kid or whatever. If it's a local worker, whatever crew member.
Like, hey, let's bring them in for fun. Maybe we can avoid paying them.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
They're already
basically.
here anyway.
When
By-
I was in like 6th grade, me and my DJ and then our other two brothers were in a local commercial for our dad's car delership. So
You can
like
find it on Google.
we get
Or you
the
can find
vibe.
it on YouTube. It's there.
It's there.
Nice.
Good luck. Go find
Wow,
it.
nepotism babies.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Wow.
100%. We didn't get paid for it though.
I
so-
know. It's all right. Mute.
But anyways, talking about Percy Jackson parallels from a little bit ago. Hey, raising a child army. Woo!
Yes.
I want to see one of the Camp
As
Half
a
Legends just fighting
reaction
with a
to
bunny. Like, I want to see that.
It's a bunny that's threaded
No.
with celestial bronze.
Oh, now
Can we
also
talk
that-
about how? Sorry, I have a movie thought. Erica, do you want to go first though? Okay, I was just gonna say like
No,
the-
I was
it's
just
not.
saying-
The gold lightning isn't the Thor power, so they actually have the power of Zeus, not the power of Thor. Okay, I'm done.
I was just gonna say now that Mike isn't here, I was gonna make a comment about that involved Frank Zhang when we were talking earlier about Thor's dad bod. That I would have loved if it went like through a Frank Zhang arc where like he got super buff, but then instead of becoming super buff again, he just kind of like evened out to being like a normal person and having like a normal
yeah.
dad bod. Because that's not where his power comes from. And so he could have just been like a normal person in this movie instead of steroided Chris Hemsworth. But that's okay.
Oh, the steroid Chris Hemsworth just looks good though.
It is
It
true.
is true. It is
yeah,
true
if that
there's,
had happened, we wouldn't have gotten the butt shot.
The bunny with laser eyes. I'm obsessed.
Brayden, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just saying, it is kind of true though that like characters with super strength, there's no reason for them to actually like be muscular because it's fictional strength. Like it's all made up. None of it's real. The muscles don't need to be that big.
Yeah, but it looks good.
Yes, but Jane
Exactly,
Foster
power
deserves
fantasy.
to have those muscles. She deserves it.
So do we blame Mjolnir? Like, I don't know how do we still like
No,
Mjolnir
I don't
for
blame him for it. He's just doing his job.
Okay, listen. Can I? No, mute. I can't.
Just get into it, Darian. Just get into it. You know
You're
you
the
want
most
to.
educated one on this subject.
Okay, so here's my hard copy of the first 8 issues of the Mighty Thor run. I think this movie is a very poor rendition of the Mighty Thor's arc, but it is a good Thor movie with the Mighty Thor in it. I would have liked to explore more of the fact that Jane chooses to save the world over letting herself be saved and the complicated nature of that, and the fact that if she didn't come, literally they all would have died. I think it's glossed over a little bit and we only get the one moment, and she has this amazing line in the comics of her standing there like talking to the cancer that has been killing her inside her body, and she's like, I want to tell you something. I would have won. Got that? I would have beaten you. But she chooses to take the hammer and she chooses to go save everyone over herself. And that's so intense and so sad and so powerful. And this movie just doesn't have it, but it does have the cool fight scenes and them being together in the pinky hold. So, I'll take what I can get. But no, I don't blame Mjolnir. I think they did the right thing for the safety of all the universe.
Well said.
So what's happening currently?
What's happening currently is that Christian Bale thought he was going to call her Lady Thor, just like all the men on the internet thought they were going to do, when she is the Mighty Thor, or if you prefer, Dr. Jane Foster.
That line gave me goosebumps in the theater and again just now.
But respect on the title. That takes 8 years.
Reminds me so much of my high school history teacher, Dr. Christensen, who we'd be like, you're a doctor and you teach high school. And she's like, yeah, that's why you have to call me Dr. Christensen and not Mrs. Christensen, because I'm a freaking doctor.
As she should.
I do find it interesting that both in this movie and in the She-Hulk series, Marvel really addresses incels directly. Like they let their women identifying characters be like, no, we're not doing the internet hate thing within the actual piece of media, which is funny.
I am so, oh my god, when the Marvels comes out, if they do not address what happened to Brie Larson somehow and go somewhat meta with it, I will be slightly disappointed. But now I really do want them to address it in some way. Because that woman went through so much.
Is she coming back for that, or have they fully gotten rid of her?
Who?
Brie Larson.
Oh no, she's still
Brie
in
Larson's
it.
in it. Yeah,
Okay.
She's still at the end of Miss Marvel.
Okay, I couldn't remember. Oh, I haven't seen Miss Marvel yet. I wasn't sure what had happened because of all the gross people on the internet being gross.
I freaking loved Miss Marvel. I was so surprised how many people I've talked to the last couple months being like, oh, it's my least favorite, or I wasn't really into it. I thought it was really lovely and super well done.
It almost gave me
we're talking about Miss Marvel now.
Mitchell's versus the Machines vibes, just in the visual effects, just very bright colored.
Yeah.
Very yeah, I just loved it. It was so.
It's
good.
a really good comparison, especially with the
and
animation of the comics and the credits section and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is so good.
The sword just dissolved.
Lego Mjolnir really pops off.
It's so good. Okay, so in regards to the mask that Jane wears being totally CG, if you've never seen the design in the comics, it is just basically right molded to the character's skin and looks so cool, just so cool. And I have never seen a cosplay of it that doesn't look kind of
interrupt to
wonky.
go? Eternity just looks so cool.
No, it absolutely does.
Hey, Owen, is this
Yeah,
that?
I was the mighty Thor for Halloween a few years ago, and it came with a helmet because I was thinking of like I was gonna have to make my own helmet. I then gave up on trying to make my own helmet because that's really complicated. So I sort of just went with what they gave me, and it was terrible. And I think I threw it out, and it didn't last the night. I was Mighty Thor mid transition to.
I'm gonna
Jane
need to see
Foster.
pics though, if you don't mind.
The problem
Owen.
is that the
I
helmet
think I
in the
might have
comics is skin
one.
tight. You can't do a metal skin
I
tight
didn't take
helmet.
pics.
That's
No.
bad.
And so I've seen the coolest cosplays with everything. They look so intense and so powerful. And then the mask just looks wonky because there's no way to do it in real life. So on this one, I'm very pro just making it CG.
Yeah. Anyway, very quickly, Owen, hey, is this that other universe god soup you talked about?
Yes. It's
Anyone
now
who
just a thin layer of water. That's what it is.
Because the gods drank all the soup.
Whatever they do. Yeah.
How do you
the
think
God Killer guy
Christian
had a
Bale
name.
got all those scars on his face? Was that like when he was in the cult?
Oh, wait, hold on.
I got these scars.
Damn it, you beat me to it.
I 100% thought they were gonna like cheap out and have Christian Bale like use the Eternity Wish to bring Jane back. And I'm so impressed that they resisted.
I also really expected it to go that route, so I agree that was a cool move to not do that.
Hey, everyone, look, the villain.
Christian Bale watching Thor grief is just like beautiful. Like
Yeah.
oh, like hitting. Oh, like just an actor.
And he's like, oh God, what have I done in the name of grief? That sudden change from him being like crying to him being like, I'm dying. Just, it made me laugh in the theater and it made me laugh now. The delivery just sounded so weird.
I don't know. It's just this moment of like hopelessness where he fought so hard and he's like, oh, I'm gonna kill all the gods. And he's like, well, maybe I could bring my daughter back. But then like she would be alone. I'm dying. I can't save myself and bring her back. And I can't put that on her. But she deserved to live and not die as she did. And so this Jane's promise of she won't be alone, she will be loved is just so beautiful to me as Jane herself is dying and there's no hope for her. She's still thinking of others.
Is it bad that during the scene, 98% of my thoughts were, how is the physics working on this water? Because they're like partially submerged, but then like but it's also like I just.
Owen, it's the alternate universe god soup. Don't question it.
Okay. So technically, isn't that also not his daughter though? That's like the thing.
Time.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Love. I think because there's an eternity is part of like this collection of like primordial gods, and one of them is called love. I think it is the daughter, but merged with eternity to create essentially a new being.
Okay.
But there is no confirmation on this.
I was just like, I feel like it's not just her. If it is her, it's a copy of her, maybe.
Future
It's the
film
ship of
fodder. That's what that
Theseus
is.
Again.
I was gonna say, have you ever
no,
heard of the
Quinn.
ship of Theseus?
Just going to pop in randomly here and just say that a reminder, if anyone wants to be able to donate to the Red Nation or the National Network of Abortion Fund, that is linked in the description box down below. If anyone is able to, if you can't, share the links with friends, family, or do it as a Christmas gift or holiday gift or whatever you're celebrating.
PGO
Or
Fanatic.
do it for New Year's.
PGO Fanatic, I'd love to ask your question to the group, but we do not have enough time in the world to try and fan cast the entirety of Magnus Chase.
just want to jump back to a line that Jane just said of keep your heart open, because my immediate response to that is, and love will always find its way in, from those jewelry commercials. I don't know if anyone else knows what I'm talking about, like the open heart collection. That's my thought every time,
kiss
and it
begins with
ruins.
K.
Yes, and it just ruins that moment for me because it's all I can think about.
Oh, so this is
In
a
what
sad
does she
scene.
dissolve to dust?
It's a sad scene, but also obligatory. Mr. Thor, I don't feel so good.
No, she turned she didn't turn to like ash dust. She turned to stardust. She
She
got
turned to
this,
gold
like,
dust, so she's a
no-
monster, right? That's how
Pixie
that
dust.
works.
Bring it back to Tinkerbell.
Owen, go to a
movie.
corner.
Always
since
bring it
she-
back to Tinkerbell. Always.
Since she technically died in a battle, wouldn't she just go to Asgard?
Valhalla, right?
Watch the movie.
That's
Just watch the movie.
Credit scene. Forgive me that Valhalla is a portion of Asgard.
It's not.
It is. It's a
we know
section
we
of
can't-
Asgard.
It's like how it's the general Greek underworld, but you can go to Elysium or the Fields of Asphodel, or whatever the third one is. I forget.
Punishment, Beth. Punishment.
Yeah,
Looks like the
Field of
siblings have to have
Punishment.
a very serious conversation about this off mic.
Let's just watch.
This space.
Oh wait, no, they
Vikings-
turned. Everyone, pretend you won't do it.
They can still hear us.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
I want this statue so badly. I want this statue sitting in my living room. Full size.
I
Not
Yeah, I was about to say
need
that
it.
size.
Bestie, I
It's
know
also
how
from the
big your
comics, but
living
it's so
room
good.
is. It would be a struggle.
Get one of those like freaking Papa John's foyers, you know, and like that commercial that you see his house, and it's just this biggest house. Just get this in the center of your foyer.
It would be like in
Valkyrie-
Splash when
Valkyrie
the
in the
mermaid
sports-
brings the fountain home.
I just love it.
This
Wait,
is like
Sif
the
is
end of the
alive.
lightning thief.
I forgot that Sif is alive.
Yeah, they didn't give her. They didn't kill her. They wouldn't kill her. Are you kidding me?
I thought they were gonna kill her. I definitely forgot this part of the movie entirely.
Oh yeah, I
was
forgot.
too
This
focused on
kid is the
Love and
son
Thunder.
of what's his face of
Heimdall?
Heimdall.
Heimdall, yeah.
How
Also,
fast does it take for a whole rock body to grow back?
that's a question, but also obligatory. This listen, everything Valkyrie did and like all the tension that didn't feel forced in, but Korg randomly getting a boyfriend while also having a backstory or like a story he told earlier about how all his parents or like all his species find love and then like make kids. It's just Disney a little bit pandering, I think, maybe.
I would rather no representation than that representation. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate the rock babies.
You didn't like them holding hands over a pool of lava?
No, I
Has
don't.
anybody
I don't know why.
watched The Orville?
Not yet, no.
There is a alien race that is literally it's Korg. It's exactly that, and that came out a few years ago. So Taika, I see you, and I know what you watched.
I'm not gonna lie, I saw the volcano scene, and you know that Pixar short of lava.
Stop.
I was just kind of like, that was cuter than this. Like they were trying to emulate the cuteness, and it didn't work. What they should have had more is instead of that Korg scene, have Tessa making out with a beautiful woman. I mean,
Exactly.
like that would have
100%.
saved the whole movie.
That being said,
Sif.
you know what
Literally
is good
went Sif.
representation? You know what is good representation?
Yes.
Big
What?
buff Chris Hemsworth carrying dad. That's for the gays right there.
We can have both.
Isn't
so
Love
much.
played by his
I
real
wanna
daughter?
cry.
Yes, that's his real daughter, if I recall.
It is his real daughter, in fact. And she's the one carrying Stormbreaker, which is way too big for her to carry. It's as big as she is.
And
Yeah,
did
but she
you see
can't
that
carry
she was
Mjolnir.
reading Jane's book?
Yes.
So cute. But also,
I love
we
how
can have
angry
both.
she looks.
She is going to kill more people than Thor, guaranteed.
I wonder if they'll do a time skip and
This is
she'll
just
be
so
in the Young
cute.
Avengers.
I feel like she would be best friends with Laura from Maureen X-23, right? Her name's Laura, right?
Yes.
And
Laura
that was
Kinney.
Thor Love and Thunder playing us out with Sweet Child of Mine, which is a fantastic song.
Erica's having the time of her life down there.
Exactly.
So is Owen. Yes, Owen.
Riot Universe dance party, let's go. I realize no one can see me because my camera still refuses to work on Zoom, but everyone in the stream can see me.
Hey, I never complained about the fact that Taika Waititi made Hela their sister, thus erasing the possibility of Angela from the comics appearing, and for that I will never forgive him.
There are many
That
things.
is sad.
There are many things I will never forgive the MCU for.
We have another donation in the chat.
Oh,
Hey,
yes.
Rhiannon.
Thank you,
Cha-ching.
Rhiannon. Rhiannon, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Rhiannon.
Rhiannon. I think you're
Thank
you're on
you.
forums a little too
I
much.
thought you were trying to pronounce Riordan. With
Sorry,
Russell
having a bit of a
Crowe.
migraine.
A little bit of a migraine. The How Live to Die Bravely. Rainbow in the Dark, which is also in the credits as a banger. This I did not know that, or maybe I didn't remember. Featuring the Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh geez. Has anyone watched the Christmas special yet?
I have.
Yeah.
I did. I loved it. Oh, it's so charming.
It was really cute.
A lot of fun. I
So
like it
good.
a lot.
It's so good.
My mom, who has not seen any Guardians of the Galaxy movie, was just like, "This is really cute. What is this about?"
Oh boy, it's Zeus with a hole in his chest.
Oh, is this
Wonder who
the
Zeus is
credits?
gonna
Or
send.
the
Yeah, this is
credits?
the after credit scene. This I don't know how they're gonna go forward with this, but this scene got me so hyped.
I did not know this actor until after this end credit scene came out, and they're like, "Oh, he's from Ted Lasso." So this actually meant absolutely nothing to me. Besides, I was like, "Oh, Hercules."
I was the same, Brayden. I was like, I do not know who this man is, but congrats.
Excuse
admit
you,
it, I
Hercules is
high-pitched
Roman.
screamed.
He went from a 0 to a hero with an end
His name is Heracles.
I swear to God, if they do call him Hercules in the film that he features in, I'm really upset.
Oh, there it is, Rainbow in the Dark.
They
yeah,
already have. They called him Hercules.
they literally
Oh,
just
that's
Zeus
good.
just called him Hercules, and
I had the captions on.
so
Well,
do
yeah,
I.
but Marvel has they have the character Hercules. They don't have a character Heracles. Not that I know of. That would be amazing if they had a Hercules and a Heracles.
Yeah, I think both would be.
Hercules is actually one of the original Avengers. Well,
Yeah.
early.
Oh,
Yeah.
and the other good after credit scene.
I don't know.
Is there another one?
No, it's only
There's-
two.
There's two.
Yeah, there's the one where Hercules shows up, and then the
There's
other.
mid credits and then the post credits.
Yeah,
Uh,
God, it gets so annoying sometimes to watch a Marvel movie now. It was cute
Yeah.
in
I
the
just-
beginning.
Hero?
It was cute in the beginning when the Marvel movies would do the after credits scene, but now it's like, okay, cool. Let me just sit here for 15 minutes for them to show Beepo
didn't see the Mighty
Boppo,
Thor
the
road train
character.
No, because she won't.
I can't watch any
Ridiculous.
movies
She's
now without
alive.
staying through the end. It's really ruined my ability to watch movies.
What's the first after credit scene you can remember? Because mine's Shrek 2.
Oh yeah, same.
Shrek 2 was a classic.
Yeah.
The first after credit scene I remember is actually the Incredible Hulk with Nick Fury approaching who? Someone.
The Incredible Hulk has Tony approaching.
That's what it was.
Nick Fury's in the Iron Man one.
Yeah. Yeah, just Tony approaching Bruce.
I don't know, but I've actually never seen the
Yeah.
Incredible Hulk. You need to mute me.
I
It was
love
an interesting one. That's my
post-credit
first.
scenes.
Yeah.
I love post-credit scenes. I love the awkward 7 minutes that it gives you to like digest the movie and talk about it with the person sitting next to you.
Yeah.
I definitely
I love
think some of them
making fun
are
of the
more
people
hyped
who
than
leave.
others.
Does
And I'm just
everyone
like,
know that the
really?
lightning thief has
You're
an
not
end
gonna
credit
say?
scene?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Does it?
The lightning
It
thief.
does.
Yes, it does.
The
What
lightning
is
thief has
it?
an end credit scene. It's gay. Yeah, everyone. We're not. spoiling
Oh
anymore.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
Gabe
No, I do
opens
know
the
this.
fridge. Yes. I did
And
not
then
know
the
there
head
was
is
one
up.
for years before Marvel
Yeah, I do
trained me
remember that, actually.
properly, and then
Mhm.
happened to go back and watch it. Yeah.
I watched The Lightning Thief 5 times in theaters, so I know. I know.
I don't know what to do with
I
that.
hate myself.
Why did you do that? Why did you
Why?
do that to yourself?
Because
Whose
at the
money were
time,
you
I liked
spending?
it. Hmm?
Even when it came out, and I was like 9 or 10, whenever it came out, I knew it was not a good
Charlie,
movie.
whose money were you spending to see this movie?
My
5
mother's.
times? Okay.
One of them was
must
a
really-
birthday party for a friend. So,
Okay.
you know what? I was not paying for my own movie tickets. Also, my mother wanted to go see it with me.
That's my
Um,
The only movie I've seen multiple times in theater is, in fact, Moana. I love that movie. That movie's a killer movie.
We're talking about how there was only 3
The only
people in our
movie I've
group
seen
watch. What
multiple
was your
times
problem?
in theaters is Avatar. When that
yeah,
came
I
out,
only-
that
I've-
was
I've
just
only
like
ever seen
the
that movie.
movie
we're
to
not
go
talking
see
about
at the movie
Avatar.
or at birthdays.
As someone with an AMC,
We're talking about
A-list-
movies we've seen multiple times in theaters. It's the only one.
AMC
I think I saw Aragon
A-list
twice.
Stubs membership. You can see up to 3 movies a week.
Yeah, I need to
IMAX
get it
and
on
3D included. You can get points on your purchases and free upgrades to large popcorns,
I'm
and they
sorry.
don't sponsor me.
What's this? A
But I'm
I
sponsor?
worked
trying.
at Showcase, so
Erica,
I
this is a
can't
great
go to
ad.
AMC.
Excellent
it's
ad.
all
trying
right,
to
Erica,
get-
what
I've-
movies
I've
have
been-
you seen
It
multiple
goes
times?
against
My religion, to go to AMC.
Well, I'm really trying to finagle a freaking AMC sponsorship. So contact me, Nicole Kidman, who's the CEO of AMC Theaters.
What?
The movie that I've seen the most in theaters was Frozen 2, which I saw 6 times in theaters.
I don't want to
So-
say the movie I've seen most in theaters because it's going to make me feel old.
Do it.
Do it, coward.
Monsters Inc.
Aww.
I don't know why, but like 5-year-old me or 6-year-old me was like really
That
obsessed
thing
with that
about where
movie.
it came from.
So help me, so help
That's
me,
super
so help
charming.
me, and cut.
So in the comics, okay, this couldn't have possibly happened in the movie, but it is one of my favorite just visuals from the Mighty Thor run, and it is when the Mighty Thor, Jane Foster, and Odin fight on the rings of Saturn, and it's just so good. And I just needed to just share that with you all today, that this is a thing that happened in the comics, and it's
I
spectacular.
enjoy characters fighting in space things, like characters fighting on the surface of the sun is a very good visual.
It's very
I'm not going to get into what comic that is, but
Is
if
it
you know, you know.
invincible?
I'm not going to get into what comic that is, but if you know, you know.
Speaking of spectacular, just stupid news that I found out earlier. It's confirmed that the spectacular Spider-Man will be in the new Spider-Verse movie, which I'm so hyped for.
As in the new animated show, or just a
As in the
different
animated
Spectacular
show
Spider-Man?
from like the aughts with what's his face?
What
With,
wasn't that voiced by Drake Bell?
Nope, that's Ultimate Spider-Man, different Spider-Man, bad Spider-Man.
Okay. Okay, good.
All right, I think someone needs to. Well, I was just about to ask Erica if they would show us out of this event, but they seem to have left. Oh, okay.
Well, I introduced
Robert.
Well, we
us all,
still have
might
one
as
more
well.
end credit scene.
Are we not doing the end credits?
did you not
We
skip?
skipped it. We skipped
Oh,
the
we.
credits.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, we
Wow,
just
I can't believe you guys skipped
skip.
it.
It popped
Wow.
up as a
We've been
skip
skipping
credits.
the
It's
jam.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
skip
I
it.
Wow.
because-
I would like to
Yeah,
say
wow.
I would like to say I did not skip in the viewing. Darian and or DJ did.
That was me.
Yeah,
That
we
was
saved
100%
time.
me.
Oh,
we have the
well,
option.
I'm still listening to the music and I just saw IMAX scroll by.
Here it is now.
Copyright 2022 Marvel. Soft chiming.
Oh, sweet child of mine.
Ethereal music is playing.
This is the Jane one, right?
Yes. the
Yeah.
main one.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a cute scene.
I see you're dead now. It looks like he's wearing a Lord of the Rings pattern on his shirt.
Honestly, with all the references they made in this movie,
Thor
with
will
people,
return. Of course, Thor's gonna return.
yeah, there's a whole multiverse shenanigan that's about to happen. Apparently, I don't know. Honestly, it's very bold and brave of Marvel and Disney to be like, hey, we're gonna release like 20 movies and shows within 2 years to wrap up the entire thing. And I'm like, oh, very, 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 yes.
Hey, sometimes when it says Thor will return or blah blah will return, they don't return. So
Or they return in like a multi-person, like an Avengers style thing. So it's not actually a Thor movie. It's just they're also here.
well, I was
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
of, I think there's one of the James Bond movies. It says like Sean Connery will return in for Her Majesty's Secret Service, and he clearly didn't.
And then Sean Connery did.
Rough.
I mean, he can no longer return because if I recall, he is no longer with us.
Well, at the time he was.
Yeah, he was. He just didn't want to, and instead an Australian guy did it, and honestly did a great job. I will fight people.
Yeah. Oh, I was also shook seeing Idris back for this. Do we have any final thoughts we want to leave off on before we leave? Obviously, please, if you haven't already, and you have the ability to, you can support the National Network of Abortion Funds and the Red Nation with the links in the description of this live stream. Few of the people here have already done donations, and we thank everyone who has. Would anyone like to share some final thoughts before we leave?
Needs more gay.
Needs more gay, absolutely.
Follow everyone's podcasts.
Follow everyone's podcasts. We all work hard, except me. I haven't done jack anything for a podcast in like 4 months.
Yeah, but you help promote all of us. So
Yeah, it's not like you
make
don't make
excellent
40
memes,
memes a
Robert. I don't
week.
know what you're talking about.
Entering Storybrooke, and that's the sitch.
And that's the actually. Excuse me. Hold on.
I mean like I haven't edited a podcast in 4 months. Actually, no, I have.
Not
Never
without
mind.
lack
I'm
of
just
trying.
being. I am just being a shenanigan person.
If you want a podcast to edit,
Charlie, that is your 8th bonk. All right, so
I'm only up to 8.
surprisingly, you're only up to 8. We would
I
like.
have a question.
What's your question, Erica?
Karen, what is that Magnus Chase apparatus in your background?
I'm
I've
so
been
glad
looking at
you
it.
asked.
I have the same one.
Glad you noticed, do you? This
Yeah.
is a foam shield. It was promotion for Magnus Chase. It's got a little arm guard thing. I actually have 2 of them. I don't know where the other one is, but it's quite beautiful. And I had to put it out for the movie.
I love it. I will never get rid of mine. It is upstairs in my room.
Yeah, I love it
That's
too.
so cool.
My friend wore it with their Magnus Chase cosplay one time.
That's awesome.
I have not as cool as a foam shield, but we have we hold that up to the camera. Stickers from promotions when Hastings, a chain that sold books and movies and video games, for the release of the Blood of Olympus. We gave out stickers for Camp Half-Blood and Camp Jupiter.
Good old Blood of Olympus, though. Like
I love that fucking book so much. Holy shit.
We're not
Bro,
swearing
it's-
right now.
I mean, honestly,
We almost made it.
We almost made it without the big swears. Gosh,
This is a
darn it.
PG-13 movie, so we were allowed 1 F-bomb.
Only one. And DJ got
It
it.
makes
Oh,
sense
man.
for us to take it.
Okay. So unless anyone else would like to have final thoughts, Erica, you can just close us out.
Me?
Yes,
Wow,
Erica.
I've been dubbed. Well, thank you everybody again for joining us. This was so much fun. If you're listening in later times, because we've released this individually as a podcast, thank you also for being here. Know that those donation links are live now and will be live forever. So you too can go and donate if you are able. And we'll have a wonderful holiday season, everybody. We do this in the name of community, in the name of mutual aid in the name of hanging out and having a good time. And it's so lovely to have some same people last year, a bunch of new people, and perhaps next year we will be double the size. Lord knows there will only be more Percy Jackson podcasts. So if you're a PJO pod, make sure you reach out to us and let us know about your existence. We love making new friends. And yeah, have a safe, lovely winter, everybody.
Everyone say bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Daylight is